Hey guys, I am back once again. And in today's video, you can see from the title that we are going to be discussing everything the NBA and Jaden Ivey. So recently I seen a headline on, I don't even remember where I seen it at, but I seen it somewhere. Hold on, I gotta turn that fucking TV off. So so I seen some reports of the Chicago Bulls releasing Jaden Ivey because of his opposing views on LGBTQ and Christianity. So I teetered a little bit, going back and forth within myself, trying to decide if I should touch on this. But all in all, I decided to touch on it because why not, right? I give spiritual guidance. I am a Christian at the end of the day, and I'm also a part of the LGBTQ community. For those of you that know, you know. If you don't know, then bitch, you don't know. Like it ain't meant for you to fucking know, bitch. But anyways, I think it goes a little something like this, right? This is all off the top of the dome. I try not to read too much and look too much into it because I like to form my own opinions and come up with my own, synopsis of things. And yeah. So, and for the most part, I'll be correct. So anyways, he was invited, him and his team were invited to some sort of, I think it was an LGBTQ event or something like that. And he respectfully, I'm sorry, the fucking table is shaking. Hold on. And he respectfully declined, basically stating that, Jesus would not be happy about this. He does not support LGBTQ, and not verbatim, but, something along the lines of that he doesn't support that. He's a Christian. Jesus does not support this, and blah, blah, blah. And, I had to touch on this because this is a kind of situation where, a lot of people, I feel like, will not be touching on this because it is such a tough topic, right? It is so, it's a tedious topic, right? It's so many moving parts in this situation, Where do I want to start? I want to start off by saying that the world is evolving, right? The world is literally evolving every single fucking day. And, the world is not what it was back in the 80s. You know what I mean? The world is not even what it was back in the 90s. The world now, we're in 2026. The world has evolved so fucking much. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see the world evolve and to be a part of that evolution. And it's just truly magnificent, if you ask me. And just to move on in this discussion, with that being said, right, a lot of people, right, are stuck living in old paradigms, right? What is an old paradigm? An old paradigm is the way things used to be, and the way we used to see things, and the way we used to do things, and people used to be like this. So what is the key word that I am constantly saying in all of this? Used to, right? So as the world is evolving, there are some people and, different areas of this life that have not quite caught up yet, right? And there's nothing wrong with them, right? It's just that they are experiencing a little bit of a delay, right? A delay processing within their brain, right? Whereas 75 to 80% of the rest of us, we have already caught up, right? We are fully aware of the LGBTQIA community. We are fully aware that the earth is evolving. We are aware of the world moving from 3D to 5D. We are aware of just how much change, right, is happening in the world and within people, right? Because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't like to admit this, but like, you are me and I'm you, right? So we are all one in the eyes of the Lord, right? So when you see someone evolving and you have yet to evolve, well, the people that have not quite gotten to that point of evolution yet within themselves, they can feel a type of way. And it's not to say that Jaden Ivey is wrong, He has a right to believe whatever he wants to believe. He has a right to, take his steps in his daily life every day that he needs to take, But I don't believe that the LGBTQ community should be crucified for that. And you know what? I want to just break this down even more, right? And when we're talking Christianity, the Lord, if you believe in Christianity, you believe in Jesus, you believe that Jesus is king and God, and Jesus is the Son of God, and God sacrificed his only born son Jesus for this world, for you and your motherfucking sins, correct? Easter just passed. Easter just fucking passed, right, for all my Christians out there. If you believe all of that, and you know that the Lord is the overseer of this whole world, right? And the Lord is the most merciful, right? The Lord is the most loving, the most peaceful, the most giving, the most forgiving. Then why are you having a hard time understanding that God is fully aware that the world is evolving? As long as you are not hurting someone, you are not hurting yourself, you are not out here committing crimes and unaliving people and hurting children and hurting fucking animals and shit, the Lord just wants you to be happy, right? The Lord wants your soul to bleed love, right? The Lord wants your soul to bleed peace, right? The Lord wants your soul to bleed joy. The Lord, at this point in 2026, I can tell you this is a fact, right? Because I'm a living testimony of being loved by the Most High God. And the Lord knows that I am most definitely and certainly bisexual, okay? And do you think that makes the Lord love me any less? Do you? Do you? To see me here in the flesh. One day you're going to know my entire fucking life story. You're going to know my whole fucking testimony of everything that I have gotten through only by the grace of God. And do you think if I have gotten from A to motherfucking Z in my life, and because I am bisexual, that makes the Lord love me any less? I don't think so. So is Jaden Ivey wrong for having his beliefs? No. But is his beliefs outdated? Most certainly, yes. And it just goes to show you that we are all on our own life's journey in this life. We are all truly on our own spiritual journey in this life. And some of us process information faster than others, right? Some of us have a delayed processing system. So just because And I'm sure some of y'all have gay people and trans people and bi people and all kinds of non-binaries in your family. You have them in your friend groups. You hire them for your businesses. When you go to McDonald's, that person is gay, right? When you go to Chipotle, that person is gay. You go to Foot Locker. That girl that ring up your sneakers, she's a lesbian. Okay, so what? I'm just having a hard time, trying to delay this. To be honest with you, I'm just having a hard time trying to delay this message to you. I'm just trying to get you to understand that we are all on our own life journeys, right? We are all on our own spiritual journeys, right? But at the same time, some of us have a delayed processing systems, right? Some of us cannot understand yet that the world is evolving, right? That's all I'm trying to say. Some of us are already caught up. We know what's going on. We know what's popping. We know what's happening. And some of us are still kind of like, it's like double dutch. You want to jump in, right? But you scared that the ropes is going to hit you. That's the delayed processing system. And some of us, we jump right in, doing our tricks and all that in the rope, right? So the bottom line is this. Is Jaden Ivey wrong for his views? No. Is his views most certainly outdated? Yes. Because whoever said that Jesus only loves straight people? Who said that? I want to know who said that. I'm serious. Jesus loves everyone. As long as you are on the right side of your energy, and you are not hurting yourself, and you are not hurting anybody else, and you are not hurting any children, and you are not hurting the animals, and you are not plotting and scheming, and you are not fucking trying to unalive someone, the Lord loves you. The Lord loves you. And I need people to really receive this message, because there's a lot of people out here that are in the LGBTQIA community, and their families are still living in old paradigms. Their families are fucking stuck in the past, and their families are trying to convince them, you're going to hell because you're gay. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're just trying to love and be loved. If anything, them motherfuckers is going to hell, because they judging you for being your motherfucking authentic self. And don't let these motherfuckers in this world brain fuck your ass. I'm telling you, because they're trying to manipulate you. They're trying to project onto you, and they want you to be just like them. Judgmental assholes. Not while I'm here. Not while I'm here. I'm not gonna let it happen. I am very blessed and loved and protected by the Lord. You need to know that. One day, all of y'all are gonna hear my motherfucking story. I swear to God. God can strike me down right now if I'm lying. We on this journey together. We're going to keep thriving and shining together. And, slowly and shortly, I'm going to be opening up, about my life and my life journey and things like that. And how did I end up where I am today? How did I become so intelligent, so smart, so intuitive, so strong, so peaceful, so sensitive, yet a motherfucking warrior? How did it happen? Stay tuned, because I'm going to be telling my story very soon. In the meantime, I don't care what you are. If you're gay, straight, bi, lesbian, trans, non-binary, I don't give a fuck. A drag queen, I don't give a fuck. Long as you ain't hurting your motherfucking self, and you ain't hurting yourself, nobody else, these children, or these animals, and you are truly and authentically being yourself, and you just want to love and be loved, God loves you. You will be blessed in the name of the Lord. I promise you that. God can strike me right down, right the fuck now, if I'm lying. So I want to leave it here, right? I'm praying for Jaden Ivey. I can only imagine how it can feel if I was Jaden Ivey, and I grew up with a certain beliefs, and my family raised me this way, and I have gotten into my dream career. I have my dream life, and I am experiencing a delayed processing system in my mind. I can only imagine how hard that can be, and then, what I'm trying to do is be myself and be what I feel is authentic to myself, and my team dropped me, because I thought I was speaking the truth. I thought I was standing for Jesus. Well, Jesus does not stand for hate. Right? So to all the Christians out there, I love you. And to all of the LGBTQIA people, I love you as well. And anybody that's watching this, even if you do not fit in LGBTQIA or the Christian community, you are still loved. You are. As long as you're on the right side of your energy and you are being the greatest person that you can be every day, and you are being yourself, you are loved. Keep working on yourself, keep believing in yourself, and believe in God. It'll take you very far. I promise you that. So this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.